I'm very disappointed in the state. We were ditched, ditched, and ditched again. The whole battalion thinks we were treated like cannon fodder. They just abandoned us in there. That's all. I am Zagorsky Vladimir, born in 2001. I am in the army since 2018. At first, I went to the Academy of the Land Forces. I wanted to become an officer, but I did not get into the faculty I wanted. I got into the artillery, but I wanted to be in the infantry. So I served 3 years and left the army after that. Then I did my compulsory service and went to civilian life. For 3 months I was there, and then I decided to continue service. I signed a contract with the Ukrainian Navy, 501st Marines Battalion, 501st Independent Marines Battalion. And literally 2 months later, we went to the OOS zone to conduct a joint force operation. It was at the beginning of December 2021 we went. Initially, everything was quiet, calm. We were stationed at Shirokino. It was quiet, calm, until the alleged, so to speak, large-scale war began. As for what was happening there, I can say that all the lads were morally fortified, very strongly. All were ready to the last stand. Stand, stand. All the Marines. Everybody hoped. To be honest, nobody hoped for all that war, that it would be this serious, because nobody wanted. Both on the other side and on our side, nobody wanted big consequences, because everybody understood how it would all end. Regarding food and supplies, it was very tight, because we were surrounded in a very serious ring. First in one ring, then another ring. They constantly fed us lies that support was coming, support was coming. In the end, no support was coming to us at all. That's what they told you? They promised, yes, that support was coming. 1 brigade, 2, 3. We were a little stronger in spirit because there were very few of us left, in principle. And we were surrounded for about 2 months, 40 days in the ring, simply for nothing. Without supplies, without ammunition, without food, without anything. We were taken prisoner, if I am not mistaken, either on the 4th or the 3rd. It so happened that we stood on our positions and already understood that everything was very bad, very bad. We had nothing to eat, each of us had only 4 magazines on himself, 1 grenade each, and there was no artillery at all. And then what? One beautiful morning, it was just my shift. I was standing in position. We were told, take the minimum of your gear and leave the position. What do you mean by leave the position? It was explained where to go, down there. There's a gathering of all the guys from the positions. All the positions are taken down. We did not understand what was going on. We immediately thought of an escape corridor. We were all rejoicing. We took the bare minimum. They said leave all ammunition behind. That was the order of our commander, and that was it. We took a bare minimum of belongings, small arms and anything that was already on us. We went down and packed, then we went up a little higher to the next street, to another nearby position, and there we were simply told to lay down our arms completely. The commander and our superiors told us to lay down our weapons completely. At that point we didn't realize it was going to be captivity, but we knew it was a very bad option. We understood that there were thousands of fighters, thousands, and we were constantly being shepherded by firing techniques, by tanks, APCs and BMPs. And on top of that, we were being pinned down, we were being slashed from above. We didn't know what to do, and where will you go with a machine gun against an airplane and artillery? Where will you go? Or against a tank, an APC, whatever. We only had small arms, that's all. We laid down our arms. Half of us did not understand what was going on. I mean, how could we lay down our arms just like that? Everybody stood to the last. Everybody was ready to die. Everybody put down their weapons completely, down to the last one, down to a little knife like this. Even the nail clippers, everything was left. Everybody was on just the body armor and helmet, everything. And then when we continued moving, we were explained that it would be captivity. We were surrendering. It's captivity. Some people even stayed there, just stayed there. Well, they didn't understand just what they were doing, and many of us just really understood that it was first of all the commander's decision to surrender. And secondly, we understood there was nothing more to fight with. We had no supplies, nothing. We had no choice. The commander decided so, and some of us supported him, and some were really dissatisfied. The commander decided so, in order to save the lives of our remaining troops. I just didn't understand at first. Of course I was very aggressive about it. How is that so? We have to go on, forward, to the last, to the grave, as they say. Until the last one. We understood that we couldn't pull out. There were thousands, and we had a few hundred, a couple of hundred, 200-something people. There was one ring we were in, and the second ring was narrowed like this. That is, neither this nor that. That was it. 2 rings we were in, 40 days. 1 battalion for 40 days in 2 rings. Everyone was in shock, just for the hell of it. About the Azov Regiment. Azov Regiment was closer to the factories, as far as we all know, because we are naval forces and this is a separate unit. And as far as we know, that's why they were sort of taken away by helicopters from there. The units that belong to the National Guard, to the police, are closer. We did not go into detail. They have their own policy, we have our own policy. As they say, we have our own separate state, they have their own. We heard that they were shooting civilian cars. They didn't let people out. People wanted to leave, and they didn't let them out, and shot them. I have a very negative attitude towards this because, first of all, everything is clear, but when you see who is sitting in the car, people were leaving, running away, wanting to save themselves. It's very wild, very cruel in my opinion. I would just like to go home to my family. With the army, I hope it will be final. Everything, taboo, because I am very disappointed in the state. We were ditched and ditched again. The whole battalion thinks we were treated like cannon fodder. They just threw us in and abandoned us there, that's all. I love my relatives very much. I love my girlfriend Diana very much. Very much. I love my mother Natasha. Soon I hope all this will be resolved, this war will be over, because already, as they say, there is neither strength nor nerves. The whole battalion, all the men. There is no desire to continue because everyone is very exhausted. Everyone wants to go home. I do not plan any further military service, at all. I just want to go home to my family, to start a normal, civilized family life. So I don't have any plans to continue. What I needed I saw, heard, felt, and that's enough.